In this lecture, we are going to learn how we can sort the result set of a cursor and also how to implement pagination. And let's first start with sorting. So in order to sort a cursor, we have a sort method. So on the find method, we can use sort method to sort the result set of a cursor. And there, to this sort method, we need to pass the name of the field by which we want to sort the result. And to that, we can assign either 1 or -1. 1 means we want to sort the result in ascending order, and -1 means we want to sort the result in descending order. And we can also sort the result using multiple fields. For example, here, first we are sorting the result by name field in ascending order, and then we are again sorting by rating in descending order. So first the sorting will be applied by the name field in ascending order, and again the sorting will be applied based on ratings in descending order. Let's understand this with some practical examples. So here let's say db.test, which is the collection we want to work with, dot find. And on that we are going to call the sort method. And there we need to pass an object. In there we are going to specify the field name. So here I want to sort by name. Name is storing a string value, and I want to sort it in ascending order. So I'll pass 1. So here we know that this find method is going to return us a cursor, but since we are using this sort method, what this sort method will do is it will first sort all the documents by name field in ascending order, and then it is going to take the first 20 documents and it is going to return it. And that's what you will see here. You will see that all the documents here are sorted based on name, and you can also see the ID here. Without sort, if you call the find method, you will see the documents sorted by the ID. Okay, but here it is not sorted by the ID, it is sorted by the name, and that's what we have specified here. If I go ahead and if I change it to -1, it is going to sort it in descending order. So now the documents have been sorted in descending order by name field, and then from that sorted document list, this find method is returning the first cursor, and in the first cursor we have these 20 documents. If we say IT now, it is going to return us the next set of sorted documents. And if I say IT again, it is going to return us the next set of sorted documents, as you can see. So this is how we can sort the documents in a collection by using sort method. Now we can also sort the result using multiple fields. Now in these documents, we have only 3 fields: underscore ID, name, and age. So let me do one thing. What I will do is I want to sort the result by name in ascending order, and then I also want to sort using this age field in descending order. So here I'll specify -1 for age. If I go ahead and if I press enter, you will see that first the result is sorted by name, and that sorted result is again sorted by age. Now here you cannot see the difference, but let's say if you have two documents with the same name and if they have different ages, then those two documents will be sorted based on age in descending order. Okay, so there you will see the difference. But I hope you got the point here. So this is sort method for sorting the result of a cursor. Now let's talk about pagination. So to implement pagination in MongoDB, we have two methods: skip and limit. To the skip method, you pass the number of documents which you want to skip, and to the limit method, you pass the number of documents which you want to fetch. For example, here on this find method, when I say skip 20, limit 10, in that case, it is going to skip first 20 documents and it is going to fetch next 10 documents and it is going to display it. Okay, let me show you that with an example. So here again, let's say db.test.find, and now I'm going to use skip. I want to skip, let's say 30 documents, and then limit. So I want to fetch maybe 5 documents. So now it should give us documents from 31 to 35. If I press enter, you will see that the documents from 31 to 35 has been displayed here. So in this way, we can implement pagination. If I say skip 50 and then limit 10, that means, okay, we don't have 50 documents, so it will not work. So let me say skip 20 and limit 10. So it should skip first 20 documents and then it should fetch next 10 documents. So that means documents from 21 to 30. If I press enter, You can see it has fetched documents from 21 to 30. So this is how skip and limit works. And using skip and limit, we can implement pagination. And on this, if I use sort and if I press enter, okay, we also need to specify how we want to sort. So I want to sort by name and I want to sort it in ascending order. That's why I'm passing 1. If I press enter, so it has returned us the next set of documents and they are sorted by name field. Okay, and now let's do one thing. Let's use sort before skip and limit. And again, I want to sort by name in ascending order. If we run this command, okay, we have missed the dot here. Let's press enter. So you will see that the result is same here, no matter where we use this sort method. If we use this sort method after skip and limit or before skip and limit, the result is exactly same here. So this is very important to understand that we can use sort and skip and limit in any order we want. And here the data will be always sorted first and then the result will be skipped and limited. Okay, so here the order in which we are specifying the skip, limit and sort method, it does not matter. If we are using sort method with skip and limit, first the data will be sorted and then the skip and limit will be called. Keep this point in mind. So in this lecture, we learned about sorting the result set of a cursor and we also learned how we can implement pagination using skip and limit on a cursor. And this is all you need to know about the cursors. If in future I feel like I need to cover some more topics related to cursor, I will include it in this course. Otherwise, this is all you need to know about cursor in order to work with the query results. This is all from this lecture. Thank you for listening and have a great day.